welcome back to my channel. Think you can agree that now more than ever it's so important to boost our immunities, keep our energy levels really high, and just finally kick ourselves in the butt and say, like, now's the time to take care of ourselves, love ourselves, make sure that we have all the tools in our toolboxes that we need to, not go up and down in this rabbit hole. So, 25 amazing, I don't even want to say superfoods, but I guess it could be like superheroes in your world, right? Immunity boosters to help against colds and flus and just, getting you at the place where you want to hug your best friend again. So, I have a couple of lists I want to share with you. Get your pens, get your papers out, and we will go. Yeah, I'm feeling a little funky today. Saucy. This is as dressed up as I'm getting for my quarantine. It's like a sweater. These are yoga pants, but I can dress them up. Okay, focusing. So immune boosting foods that are high in zinc. That's what we're going to start off with. I'm snooping at my neighbor. All right. High zinc foods include lentils, and if you do eat meat, I suggest getting ones that are clean, that are antibiotic free. You know what I'm talking about. Go to your farmers, get it from your farmers markets. I'm off my bandwagon. All right. So high zinc foods include lentils, meats, so antibiotic free from a good source. Nuts and seeds. Y'all know me. I love a nut. Actually, I love seeds more. I'm like a bird. Sesame seeds and pumpkin seeds are definitely my jam. And shellfish. Did you know shellfish is so high in zinc? Moving on, we've got the ever so popular vitamin C foods, which is basically all citrus fruits. Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, kiwi. Let me tell you something. Kiwi is like literally the gold mine. It's the ugliest, kiwi. The ugliest little fruit, but inside you open it up and it's the most gorgeous fruit. Can y'all relate with me? It's so high in vitamin C. Potassium outweighs the potassium sources than a banana. Talk about a great recovery food. So I have the best kiwi farmer that I visit at the farmer's market. Hey, Bill. Anyways, so I always go and I get the ugly kiwi. And sometimes they're shaped like butts. Hands off. Anyways, they're the cutest little kiwi fruits. So load up on those bad boys. Next, we move on to probiotics. Probiotics include kefir, kimchi, kombucha, and yogurt, which actually all of those items you can make at home. So you don't have to, if you don't have the funds, you say, I don't have the funds to buy $8 kombucha or the $7.99 kimchi or kefir. What's that? Try it. Make it on your own. There's so many recipes that you can find online. Easy access. Actually, sometimes the resources are free. So get on that game. Probiotics. It's not just a pill. It starts in the gut, right? Boosters. So other boosters that you can add to certain items, maybe a soups, a tea, what have you. Elderberry, that's like synonymously like popular, but elderberry. I'm kind of dressed like an elderberry today. I'll call me a youthful berry. I don't know. I'm showing off the shoulder so much. I've been doing weights. Elderberry, garlic, local honey. I'm talking the good stuff. Raw local honey. Mushrooms. Oh my gosh, for years and years and years, I loathed mushrooms. I hated them. They reminded me of slugs, which I don't like slithery things. Yeah. So moving on from there, never forget to add your healing spices. My grandfather was a spice vendor, a spice salesman, traveled around selling spices. And some of the things that I can just gift to you is cayenne, cinnamon, ginger, turmeric. Y'all know those are the best that you can get. So if you have any spices that you replenish over and over and over again, make sure that you have those 4 staples in your pantry, in your cupboard, in your pocket, in a bag when you travel. You can add them to anything, seriously. And some certain liquids that you should have kind of to always have in your back pocket for immunity boosters are apple cider vinegar, which I love. And if you want a fun game with friends, if you're not drinking, dilute apple cider vinegar and do apple cider vinegar shots. I mean, just trying to help your gut flora, right? Let's see who can stand the most on that. And bone broth, if you are consuming animal products, that is like one of the most healing you could do for just even your immunities, not just your immunities, but recovery rates. You know, your muscles, your tissue, what have you. You see a lot of, people that are working out hard, really heating the bone broth. Again, make sure, since it's coming from an animal product, that you're getting it from a clean source. Clean source, clean source, clean source, clean source. What did mama tell you? Get it from a clean source. And the next thing is green tea, my favorite. I'm a teaholic, you know me. Green tea, it helps boost energy levels, even some metabolism, and it just helps stir everything around. So what's your favorite green tea right now? Mine is, I love a jasmine. I love a gunpowder green tea. Of course, I'm the tea snob and I like to get everything in loose, in bulk, and just sprinkle it on about everywhere I go. I even go as far as eating my tea leaves. I eat them after I brew them. It's just me. Maybe that's why I have skin like this. Tea. I'm just being honest. Guys, I'm in one of those moods today. And water. Lots and lots of water. Make sure you hydrate. At least, I would say, some people have gone as far as drinking like a gallon a day. Can you do that? There's this gallon challenge. If you are taking on the gallon challenge, it's kind of hard to say. Gallon challenge. If you're taking on the gallon challenge, make sure that you are getting adequate salt back into your body, because you can suffer from hyponatremia, which is basically a swelling of the brain, and you could actually kill yourself. Not to be negative anymore, but just be aware of how you're feeling at all times. So a little bit more about those foods that I kind of shared you with. I kind of want to dive in deeper. Vitamin C is vital in helping us keep our immune system strong. And vitamin C is thought to increase our production of white blood cells, which are basically the key to helping us fight infection. Additionally, since our bodies don't make vitamin C on its own, we need to get it from the food sources. So most fruits and vegetables will probably be the best way to provide your daily dose of vitamin C, but note that heating can actually diminish nutrient density. It's the best way to get that vitamin C into your system is to actually eat your fruits and your veggies. Eat them raw if your stomach can break them down. Or I highly suggest, since I have a sensitive stomach barrier, is to steam them lightly, just very lightly, very, very lightly. That way they retain their nutritional power. And again, those citrus fruits are broccoli, cauliflower, as I said, citrus fruits, kale, kiwi. Okay, some super duper superheroes and the super immunity boosting foods that include garlic, mushrooms, elderberry, and local or raw honey. I say get it raw. So some foods have been used for centuries. These foods have been used to help enhance immunity and prevent illness. Garlic is like, I heard that garlic, if you eat garlic, it can actually literally kill the molds in your body. If you've been, raise a hand, I've had mold twice from home incidences. Living on the coast, gotta love it. It will actually kill the spores. So, munch, munch, munch. Eat that garlic as much as you can. It has a huge immune supporting benefits, and it has a heavy concentration of sulfur-containing compounds such as allicin, and I can't even say that, flavonoids such as quercetin. These compounds exhibit both antibacterial and antiviral activity. So, eat your garlic, mix it in with next, my friend, the mushroom. So mix it in. Guys, by the way, I have a killer recipe for garlic and mushrooms. I'm just saying. Mushrooms, elderberries, and honey are also high in antioxidants, which can help tame the inflammation that you may be having during certain times of if you do have a cold or a flu, and they protect your body from cell-damaging oxidative stress due to free radicals. Free radicals are not so rad to have, so let's just boost those off your shoulder. So basically, the use of these immunity boosters help flavor your foods, sure, and also enhance your health. When I was in the 5th grade, I was in a girl band called Sugar and Spice. We loved the Spice Girls. My name was Paprika. Yeah, I was Paprika. I played the drums. Didn't have a drum set, but I had drumsticks. So, don't know where we were going with that. But anyways, ever since I was young, I loved spices and those added just flavorings that they could bring on. I guess we all did, right? These healing spices that I listed off, which are cayenne, cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric, they have a great taste, sure. But even better, adding them to your daily routine can help supercharge your health. Spices like turmeric and ginger can help reduce inflammation and boost your immune systems just in general, and they help keep the key infections away. The ones that keep maybe coming back into your body, trying to suck on like an octopus. They keep them away. Both spices can impact your cytokines, which are signaling. I don't know what just happened next door. As I was saying, both spices can help impact your cytokines, which are signaling molecules throughout the body, which help inflammation and the immune system to operate as well as possible. Add your cinnamon to your coffee if you have coffee, your breakfast foods, your oatmeal, your, even your beans. I add it to my beans and legumes all the time. Put ginger and turmeric in your soups, your teas. Just brew it alone. Put it in your poultry recipes if you eat animal products. Trust me, you'll love the flavorful. Back to zinc. A lot of people, they rush to the store and maybe their local drugstore and get those little pills that are like zinc tablets. Sure, those could help in some cases, but I highly recommend, again, going back to the food source to get your zinc. Remember, We're building from the inside out. We're building a foundation, right? So what you put in your body really like blossoms out. We are like plants. We are like flowers. Spring is here. You know, we're putting the soil, the nutrients, what have you, together. So let's build it from the inside out, shall we? So zinc. You know, zinc is actually, it is the gatekeeper of your whole immune system, and it is involved in hundreds of reactions throughout the entire body. So not having enough zinc in our diets can increase our susceptibility to influenza and pneumonia. And zinc deficiency is especially common in older adults. So, yeah. As well as those that are eating basically a plant-based diet. Maybe. So make sure to get your daily dose of zinc by regularly eating these foods, which I named off as, if you're eating animal products, an antibiotic-free meat, shellfish, plenty of nuts and seeds. I seriously go through probably like a pound a day of seeds. And lentils. There are so many different variations of legumes, lentils, that you can get your little hands on to consume. Have a little chat about foods with probiotics. So sure, you may be having like a probiotic capsule each morning, evening, whatever your routine is, but let's talk about the food sources. So probiotic foods, they can help to promote balance between good and bad bacteria in your digestive tract. So providing a boost to the immune system and protection against common infection. Ooh. The immune system is incredibly complex, as you well may know by this time. And 70% of it is in direct contact with the digestive tract. You probably knew that already too. A portion of it is specialized immune system, has immune tissues called gastric associated lymphoid tissue. That sounds like a club, right? Do I want to be in that club? I always want to be in a club, you know? So when you retain balance in the digestive tract through the use of probiotic foods, a large portion of the immune system has the ability to have a robust response when necessary. So those foods again are kefir, kimchi, kombucha, and yogurt. Okay, so during this time of the year, actually during every time of the year, I highly suggest boosting yourself with some healing liquids. I am a teaholic, as I say. I start my day off with a lot of green tea. I follow up with the rest of the day with always having water on hand. And although I don't consume animal products, that's just my personal preference, sipping on bone broth whenever needed. And I'm a huge fan of apple cider vinegar. I use it in everything that I make, actually. Just a little bit. I don't go quite overboard, or my mouth might start to fall apart. But it's really, really important to stay hydrated, both to avoid illness and when you are actually feeling under the weather. So even when you're starting to feel under the weather, they say you should have, I think it's like double the amount of the daily just intake that you should be having. So when you are fighting illness, our bodies, basically the fluid requirements, as I just said, should increase. So try to up your liquid intake by sipping on some of those healing drinks. Always try to boost your hydration. Boost your hydration. Boost your hydration. Water, green tea, bone broth, apple cider vinegar. You guys can make so many different concoctions out of that. And if you need any help, just seriously ask me. But I hope you all are staying healthy, wealthy, and wise. And remember that you don't need a lot of like added pills and just expiration date things or inventions in your cupboards, your pantries, your refrigerators, what have you. Like, start with the basics. You really can do it. I promise you. Start from the basics, and if you need supplementation from there, you can add it. That's why it's called supplementation. All right. I hope y'all are doing well. Peace, love. Ciao. The rhythm of the night. All night. Oh, yeah. The rhythm of the night.